leaking into the wall, and the wall ran the length of a hallway and came out in my daughter's room. Right? So, that was almost $10,000 later. We had to completely end up redoing that room. We ended up redoing the closet, decommissioning the drain. We had to have multiple plumbers out. Nobody could figure out where this water was coming from. They thought we had a leak under the floor and all kinds of things. And that's part of what actually got me into this industry was I thought, nobody should have to go through these types of things, like I have. And so some of those things can be pretty scary.
Yeah, if you didn't know that drain was there and it was covered by carpet, how would you
find it? Yeah.
Unless you happen to step right there.
Yeah, well, and the thing is as inspectors, it's hard sometimes, right? And you can't find everything all the time.
Well, yeah, you can't disassemble stuff.
That's right. No, you can't. But I will tell you, and at least based on my experience, if I see a closet that's been converted like that, I always check for the floor drain 100% of the time.
So we see a lot of closets where there's still an intake below it.
Yeah,
and that's usually
that's how this was. Yeah,
and usually there's plumbing that's been cut off or pinched over. Or,
not necessarily sealed.
No, sometimes it's gone. They've drywalled over or whatever. But you see the bent over gas lines and copper plumbing that's been just pinched over.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, if you're listening to us, I think it's time for the smart home update, Bill.
Oh, I thought it was our call-in questions.
No,
we're not taking any of those today.
This is a smart home update. So, normally on our smart home update, we talk about some of the innovative trends that are happening, some of the things that are coming. But I thought, with it being a Halloween show, Bill, for you, I'd talk about some Halloween recipes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
cookies,
yeah, cakes,
brownies,
pies, those things. No, smart home recipes. Yeah. So when you have a smart home and you have multiple smart home devices, there's several apps you can use to kind of join things together, hook things up, and create what are called recipes, right? And the typical recipe is done in a tool called IFTTT, where it's if this, then that, right? But for Halloween, some people have been going all out, and they've been making these really interesting sort of Halloween experiences.
When the doorbell rings, turn all the lights off.
Yeah, basically, right? And that's a simple one. But there's actually a home out in California I was reading about. As the trick-or-treaters walk up the steps towards the front of the house, every time they move along the sidewalk, another light lights up as they walk next to it, and it dims and fades away behind them.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Then, when they get to the door, the doorbell knows they're there. And this particular person they've actually put a motor on their front door, and it actually automatically opens the door. The fog machine goes off.
Man, this is what we need for solicitors. This would be great.
Yeah, the fog machine goes off. The scary music plays. And then it gets better. He hacked his Roomba, Bill. He hacked the vacuum. And he somehow attached the bowl of candy to the vacuum, and out of the fog comes the Roomba with the bowl of candy on it.
I've met families like this. They take holidays to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's kind of an extreme, but pretty cool.
They do it. They do it just to make all their neighbors feel like complete losers.
Yeah.
We are way better at the holidays than you.
But
Christmas lights are a whole nother,
It's the Griswold thing.
It's the Griswold
more
version
lights, more.
He lost me at the recipe. I grew up watching the Waltons, so that was their code name for their moonshine. So, the two old ladies.
But obviously that's an extreme, right? But there are a lot of simple recipes that people are doing with doorbells and lights and music and things like that. Most of those you can find actually online. People kind of publish how they did it. And it's just kind of cool. It's adding kind of a new element to Halloween. What do you think about all that?
Yeah. Sounds great.
Bill is our smart home Luddite.
Yeah, it's just more things to...
Just answer
this
the damn
isn't
door.
Working. Yeah. All I hear is, it's not working. It's not working. Fix it. That's all I hear.
It's kind of like our podcast this morning.
Kind of like that.
It's not working. Fix it.
Now.
That sounds fun. You could... the hard part with anything like that is where do you stop?
Oh,
Once
absolutely.
you get going,
Yeah,
and it just gets more out of hand. It's really it's like the people that are like, we'll just put a few lights up this year,
yeah.
and then the next thing you know, they
Oh.
can see you from space.
Yeah,
So,
think about where it's going. I mean, everything is going to be
What's the movie?
connected at some point,
what's
right?
the movie with Danny DeVito and the Christmas lights?
I don't know.
That's not. It's one of those, but yeah, the house that's literally got the music going. And
Yeah.
they could see the house from space, and he was so proud because they let him know, like NASA or whatever, let him know he could see the house.
Yeah. Well, that's where we're headed, right? So, with all these smart devices and things, you will see eventually connected smart Halloween, Christmas I mean, you will, and they'll be doing sort of unique things.
I'm ready for the point where the lights are so much smaller; they're literally hidden into your eaves and soffits to where you don't have to take them down. And
Yeah.
obviously, with LEDs, you can change the colors and all that.
Sure.
Where honestly, we'll probably get to the point where they're building homes with it already in it.
With it built, yeah.
Yeah, so-
I could definitely see that.
It's going to put a lot of Christmas light installers out of business.
That is true
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it will.
Not everybody will be able to do that, but
Yeah.
But I can see it, like anything. You're already seeing cars going down the road with the lights going. I mean,
Sure.
they got lights in wheels now.
Yeah.
that are spinning. I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing. Because we need more distractions on the road. But it'd be advertising on their car next. So
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're listening to us, please remember, try and subscribe if you can. That helps us out a lot. You can check us out on the socials. We love talking to you. We're on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And, of course, you can always find us on housefluent.com. And so, Kelly, Bill, I think what are we doing next? We're going to talk about some Halloween safety stuff. So, Bill, I found an article, 8 tips on how to make your home safer for Halloween. You ready?
let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So the first tip it tells you is secure your railings. And they're talking about houses that may have some steps going up, to the front porch or something like that. Make sure those railings are secured. It seems like sort of common sense, but
Not a big problem in Texas, but
no, but we do occasionally see houses with...
No, I mean, I've got some steps in front of my house,
Yeah.
and you often see, kids that have the costume that's a little bit too big,
Sure.
and they kind of struggle coming up the stairs, and you gotta.
Yeah.
Luckily, we stay outside because our dog freaks out whenever the doorbell rings.
Yeah.
So we kind of think, slow down, it's okay.
Right. Yeah, you don't
take
have
your
to
time,
run,
go up the
don't
stairs.
run to the candy bowl.
Yeah, please don't bust your teeth out on my stairs.
And that can happen, right? And so just to add to that, right, just beyond securing railings, just make sure that the walkways and the areas coming
Well,
up to your home are clear.
you could have each step light up as they approach it also.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you could.
kind of
That's
like
right.
Michael Jackson
Kinda-
in his video.
In his Thriller video.
doom, doom, doom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So, and that's actually guideline number 2 is keep your walkways clear. So, unlike Kelly that strews, decorative straw around?
I did, yes.
Yeah. So,
They're in bales.
That's a trap. It's got a big hole underneath it too. It's a trap.
unlike Kelly makes an obstacle course in his front yard for the kids to get to the candy.
Claymore mines.
That's right. Keep the walkways.
Well, that's why you have the coffin out front too, just
Bungee
in
sticks.
case.
Yeah, and the dog. Yip, 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 yip.
Yeah.
So number 3, it says think carefully before using candles.
No.
So I'm not sure really who uses candles. I guess they're talking about jack-o'-lanterns. And it says, so here you go. This, Kelly, pay attention. This is for you.
All right.
It says, don't put your glowing jack-o'-lantern too close to your ornamental straw.
Okay. Okay.
So don't
safety tip.
Yeah,
Got
safety
that.
tip. Don't light your jack-o'-lantern on
using
fire
candles.
and stick it on a hay bale.
Okay.
That's essentially what they're saying.
All right. So
Despite the fact that might look good.
lighting the candle with a propane torch is not a good idea.
Not a good idea. No. All right, so number 4, Bill, watch out for food allergies.
Oh God. Okay. Well, everybody's got something now. so-
Everybody does. Like, it's kind of crazy these days. People are allergic to all sorts of strange things. Obviously, peanuts is a
That's
big one, I
big
guess.
one,
but-
yeah. We're getting to the point where you have to have gluten-free candy and gluten-free stuff. Gluten-free Well, no one really bakes anymore for the holidays. Although some people still do. I mean, some people will still give you homemade stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think we brought this up. When did we get into razor blades when we were kids? And don't eat the apples and like we were talking about the other day. did anybody ever have
No,
hear
that
about an
was
actual
such
one
a big
happening?
hoax.
That one, I don't know if
Maybe
it
that
did
ever
somewhere,
happened.
but I've never.
Yeah.
There's several of those things that were the myths.
Oh,
or
without a doubt, that was.
The urban legend.
Yeah, that's exactly what that I think was.
It may have been someone in the Apple industry or something,
Right.
or someone that didn't
Somebody
like
in
the
the
Apple
Apple-
industry.
Someone in the orange industry is what
exactly.
it was. Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Didn't like apples.
That raisin guy.
It was the people from Trading Places, the movie.
Yes.
It was all about the oranges.
All right, so number 5, Bill. This goes against everything you would think about for Halloween, but it says light up the house, make it light and bright. It kind of defeats
Then
the
they
whole
think I'm
spooky
home. Though.
atmosphere.
No, but then they think I'm home. That's the whole point of turning everything off. I'm not home.
Yeah,
Road flares.
yeah. Then Bill has to actually hand out candy.
Well, no. If my wife took my daughter out and I was at home, I just shut off the lights and I eat all the candy. It worked out great.
No,
No one bugs me now.
now we know the secret.
That's the secret.
All right, Bill. This one is especially important for you. You are a new pet owner,
Yes, I am.
and your dog is a little excitable.
Just a tad.
Just a tad.
2
it
years
says,
old.
Yeah, keep your dog inside. Don't let it jump on the kids.
Yeah, that's a good point. My dog eats flour out of bags, so
I am
I can only
picturing.
and he ate an entire package of cookies. So chocolate didn't kill him, so that was good. But yeah, Halloween would probably not be a good time for him to get into our stuff. So
I'm 100% picturing these little kids walking up your walk towards your front door. You opening the door, the dog sliding out and just barreling into him, knocking him down.
that would be my dog too, as he's licking them on the way by and biting them. And well, we'll just have to put him in a costume, and then it'll be more Halloweenish. But as
Yeah.
he tackles them,
That's right. All right, number 7, park your car in your garage.
That's a good
this
idea.
is more of a safety tip, I think, for your car than it is.
It's going to be a problem for me.
Yeah.
better than cleaning pumpkin guts off of your roof and your front hood. So.
Is that the problem you've had before?
No, but if you get the ones that show up at 10, that are taller than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're out of candy and they get a little
Yeah,
annoyed.
exactly.
Because they put so much effort into grabbing that pillowcase.
Yes.
Nice.
We're all the other kids.
Right.
All right, number 8, Bill. Number 8. This is the big one. Use caution when opening the door.
Okay.
They don't want you to open the door and step out and barrel people over, I guess. I don't know.
They all open in.
They do all open in. Yeah, I don't. Well, you could have a screen door that opens out, right?
I guess.
Yeah. So,
That's an interesting one. That's the last one.
yeah. It says it's okay to just stop opening the door for the night at some point. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's when you have to make sure your car's in the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is also a safety tip for you as the homeowner. Be careful opening your door. You don't want to have a nefarious person come to your door and then you open it, and which seems a little far-fetched for Halloween. I mean, if you look out and they're not little kids in costumes, you probably
Well,
not
the funny
opening
thing is now everybody has the ring at their door. So now
right.
people are probably screening the
Yeah.
the trick-or-treaters now going, yeah, I'm not getting them.
Yeah.
Your costume sucks.
They look fine.
Great.
They look good. They've got look, their bags are full now. They're fine.
They don't need any more
But
candy.
so yeah, now you can probably talk to them from your ring. So while they're staying on your porch, can't you? Or
Yeah, you can.
yeah, because you tell them, oh, we're not home. I love that one. We're not home. You just told me that.
Yeah, I know, right? Where are you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they could be on their phone somewhere, but
Yeah.
that one cracks me up. But yeah, now you're being pre-screened, and now everybody's got security cameras, so that's going to take Halloween to a whole new level.
Yeah.
Does anybody recognize these kids on your neighborhood page, Facebook page? Does anybody know whose kids these were?
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of that.
One of the trends I've seen, we've 4 little kids, right? So we're getting to be veterans at this whole trick-or-treating thing. And one of the trends I see actually is not even going up to doors. The neighborhoods that we go trick-or-treating in, the parents all sit at the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
They've got card tables out. It's more of a big neighborhood party.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's more like a
than
block
it is-
party.
yeah,
And
it really
that's-
is.
Especially if you're on a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
That's become... Our neighbors do that too, and they're all outside. So.
That's what
Oh,
we do
it's
too.
great.
I actually like that better. When
I do too, yeah.
Our last neighborhood was like that, and it was funny when I was telling you one of the houses did a full-on haunted house in their garage. I mean, it was really fun. and they went all out on it too. So, and sometimes it's the only time you saw your neighbors. So
Yeah,
so it was
no,
kind of fun.
you're right.
Of course, you
And-
couldn't see each other.